It was a murder that left a community angry and a Fresno family searching for answers.
After 5 years, they are still seeking justice for their beloved father and husband, 85-year-old George Sheklian. He was pushed to the ground and suffered severe head injuries during a gun store robbery in Fresno. Chief investigative reporter Eric Rosales joins us with the exclusive details. Eric.
Well, Ken and Catherine, these are exclusive details. Fresno detectives confirmed to CBS47 its investigation into the murder of 85-year-old George Sheklian has led them to two persons of interest who committed the robberies. But detectives also tell me that several others not only knew that the robbery was going to happen, but were also involved in planning the heist. Now they are hoping that the public will help put the final pieces of the puzzle together so arrest can be made in this cold case.
If this was my grandfather, my father, I would want closure. I'd want to see a successful ending to this case.
Eden Serta is the lead detective assigned to the George Sheklian murder case.
It's such a tragic case because Mr. Sheklian truly is an innocent victim. He was going about his daily business. He was going to the neighboring business, the firearms store, to give a friend a cup of coffee that morning.
But Sheklian didn't know an armed robbery was taking place inside the North Fresno gun store. Surveillance cameras captured two masked African-American suspects carrying out the robbery and then running out the door carrying 13 handguns, but not before shoving Sheklian to the ground, causing the 85-year-old to suffer severe head trauma, which eventually took his life. Additional surveillance video shows two vehicles, a white Cadillac and a silver Dodge Charger, identified by police as the getaway cars. Fresno detectives tell CBS47 the persons of interest belong to a local African-American gang. Detectives say since the robbery, several of the 13 stolen weapons have been recovered.
Since that date, we have recovered quite a few of them, and some of those recoveries have been here locally. In areas such as Fresno, Reedley, and then up to Sacramento as well. Because of the recoveries and some of the crimes that we're aware that those firearms have been used in, we believe that our suspects, our persons of interest, are going to be from here in the valley and local to this area.
I guess if you know something, it's best to just come forward. I know that police have a lot of leads.
Arson Giorgio Sheklian is the victim's son. Arson makes and repairs handcrafted quality leather goods and shoes just like his dad did. He says his dad started making shoes in Buenos Aires, Argentina, in a shoe factory when he was just 8 years old and taught him everything. Arson says only through his faith he's forgiven the men.
I really let go a long time ago and dealt with it my own way, and I came to terms with it. So, for me, I know if there's a good outcome or bad outcome, I've already made peace with it. And that's what my dad would have wanted.
But he still wants justice, not just for his family and mother, but most of all for his dad.
I was with my dad side by side all the time, and he always taught us how to look at the positive and negatives. So I think I stuck closer to that than they did, but I know they would really love closure.
And so do detectives.
I would like to believe that everybody has a moral compass, and even amongst gangs, I know that there's a code that gang members, they don't tell on each other. But this person was innocent and taken from his family for absolutely no reason. There needs to be accountability to the people that are involved in this and the people who are responsible for his murder.
There certainly does need to be accountability. Fresno police say that your tip could help put those responsible for the murder of Mr. Sheklian behind bars. Anyone with information about the case can call Detective Serta directly right now at 559-250-0826. That's 250-0826. Remember, you can remain anonymous, and there's also a reward leading for information to the arrest of the suspect. And we have to remember that this was an 85-year-old man simply bringing a cup of coffee to a neighboring business when the robbery took place. Never should have happened.
No.
And we got to get justice for him.
Yeah, it's such a poignant, emotional story. Still, 5 years later.
5 years later, and as you heard from his son, he's forgiven him, but Mr. Sheklian leaves also a daughter and a wife.
Oh boy. Eric, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope they get a break in the case.